Hi, welcome to Look.insite. We wanted to show you today a little bit about how you get around one of our websites. Okay, in effect, Look.insite is based on 360 images, panoramic images, and each one of them is linked together in space. If you look here at this map here, you can see that these dots represent each different camera in the space, and there is the map. So we can move around by dragging the map around or clicking on one of these little points, and that will take us to the next position. We can double click on one of them and we'll jump to that point. The map we can minimize or reduce, remove completely. Now there's another way of getting around, which is to click on these globes themselves. You can see that they rotate around, giving us an idea about what we're going to see when we get into the next view. Now, there's also these arrows that you see every now and then. You can see this one here. If I click on one of these arrows, it's telling me that if I click there, I can move into another space, in this case downstairs. So it's a way of quickly moving 2 or 3 steps through the space. This website has got 21 views, so that's quite a lot. And that means that we need to find shortcuts to get from A to B. For example, we can move automatically by clicking on this button. We can jump up one level. And there you go. Or once again, we have this ability to follow an arrow, which will take us back down the stairs. Okay, let's have a look at a few different variations of that. Now, for example, in this situation, we use the actual product to lead us through the space. So if we see something at a distance, we click on that product, and actually not only does it show us the product, it takes us closer to the product, as you can see this. So now we've moved closer, because in the end, if you're looking around a showroom, something catches your eye, you would move towards it just naturally. So we can navigate just by clicking on the objects of interest that we find. Okay, now in this situation, we can double click to jump between objects, and we find that when we move around, we are given little tips as to what we can see in these different spaces. In this room, clearly there's lots of narrower spaces, so there's more arrows in this situation. Some spaces are more open. Okay. And in this case, we see something at the top of the stairs. We move up to access it. Okay. Now in this case, we'll see we also have a map, and we can move like that to enter spaces that might be a bit more tricky to get to otherwise. We'll just go back into this space because then there are a couple of environments that are below deck, and you have an arrow to move up and down between spaces. If we go back to this view, there is another way to navigate, or 2 more ways to navigate, which is using images, where, for example, you might say, okay, this is a space that interests me. I want to go there. You just click on this button and it will take me there. Another thing we can do is we link like areas in text. So we can say, all right, show me the study, and that takes me up to the study. And then once again, I can move around in these ways. The reason why this is something more than a 360 tour is because we have an unbroken journey through these spaces. This is virtual reality in a photorealistic way. There are limitations to it, but we feel that we see something real and we're not looking at something computer generated. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration of how you navigate a Look.insite. Please visit us on Look.insite.com or contact us if you have any questions.